Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Bad 5 on the StonedDestroyer channel. I want to get back into making videos on this channel because my other channel is, a certain style of video, and it's, dealing with a lot of other things. And this channel is just meant to be fun. And by the way, I apologize to people who have been subscribed to this channel and they already know what it's about, but for newer subscribers, I'm going to go ahead and explain. This is, since I have a lot of geeky hobbies and I collect a lot of things, I have a lot of fun talking about them, and I think it would be really fun to do videos like this. And the eventual plan for this channel when I first started was to have kind of like a community channel where a lot of people would be putting like their collections and just talking about things they have fun with. Like things like toys and models. So I want to get back into doing videos on the show because there are quite a few things I could do reviews of, including a lot of, well, not a lot, but a few vintage toys, like things that were from my childhood that I, got. A lot of the stuff I had years ago, but I really want to get it again. So anyway, the thing I thought would be really fun to do to bring this channel back is Predator stuff. Now to this point, I have all the Neca, or Neca, I've heard it pronounced both ways, all the Neca Predators, the regular scale. I don't mess with the larger scale stuff. I have all of those with the exception of three, and that is the first and second, the Predator 1 and 2 stealth ones, and the new albino one. At this time, it's brand new. So I don't have that. I don't have any of those yet. I have all the McFarlane ones except for the Collectors Club exclusive Predator 1. I have the 12-inch ones of those. I have the three diorama Predators from Alien vs. Predator. And then I have a couple of like the little Japanese figures that came in boxes. If you guys know what I'm talking about. I don't know the company. So anyway, back in the 90s, first off, I think a lot of us had the Kenner Predators, and I was a huge fan of those. I really liked those. They weren't the best figures in the world, but they were awesome because they were Predators. They had a lot of aliens. That was really cool. They had a lot of cool ideas, and the cool thing is if you guys really, basically, you keep researched or you look out for this kind of stuff, you'll know that NECA is actually making a few that are like the Kenner style. They're going to make the package kind of Kenner style, and they're going to kind of make newer versions of those. But in Predator 2, we saw the trophy case. Now, the first couple shots in the movie, you didn't really see a whole lot. You just saw like that there are a few skulls. So obviously it's like this is on the ship, this is his trophy case, and then when you finally got the full view of the trophy case, you saw the alien skull, which was awesome because Stan Winston basically refined the alien design into what we know and love today, well, at least in the first one and the second one. And he also designed the Predator, and his company made the costumes, the Predator and the alien costumes. And unfortunately, like in Alien vs. Predator, they went away from Stan Winston Studios. I don't know why. And they went with a different studio, and it looked awful. So anyway, we saw that, and we all wanted that. Now, fast forward a few years, NECA got the license for Predator. I believe they started out with the Alien vs. Predator Requiem line, and they were pretty cool. But when you look at them now, like I might do reviews of those because I do have all of those. They're pretty much all the same figure, just with a couple like little minor differences, things like weapons and the faces essentially. And then they started doing the other Predators, and the first one that we were really excited about, I think, really excited about. I mean, it was all of them were exciting, but they had an Alien vs. Predator 2-pack. Now, that was cool because it came with a pretty cool alien, even though I guess it was just a repackage of the alien. I'm not a big alien collector or anything like that. It was just kind of a lower quality one, but the Predator had the closed mandibles, which I thought was cool, but the exciting part was it came with two skulls. It came with an alien skull and a Predator skull. And that was really awesome. Now, that kind of opened up the door. We're like, well, are they going to make the trophy case? That'd be really cool. As time went along, they started releasing more and more of these skulls. And if you're like me, you kind of had a fabricated trophy case. Since my shelves are black, I took a piece of cardboard that had like a black piece of paper essentially over top, and I kind of just rigged it up so, it was the skulls like in the movie. Then I found out they were making the trophy case, and I was really excited because that was something I really wanted to have because I was already getting the Lost Clan, and that just would have been the perfect centerpiece to really set that off. Now, ideally, I'd like to have, I'm going to show the package in a few. I'd like to have like the sides where it looks like they kind of sculpted it out of clay. put that on there, and then also have some lighting. I think that would just really make the display look incredible. So anyway, when I first heard about this, I started doing research on it. And I don't know if this came from Neca or if this was just speculation from the toy sites, but they said that you were going to be able to customize it and actually put every single skull on there. You could make it look like the Predator 2 trophy case, or you could make it, you know, your own, which I thought would have been awesome because you didn't just have to make it like that. You could have made it like one of the Lost Tribes trophy case, and that would have been really cool. Now, I have seen a few people take the Alien and Predator skull and like set them on the, I mean not the Alien and Predator skull, the two Predator skulls, the regular and the Super Predator skull, and set them on the little ledge on there, which I'm not into because it's not exactly accurate, but a lot of people, you know, it's like, why not throw it on there? So anyway, then it turns out, no, you can't do that. Also, some of these skulls were getting pretty hard to find, like the Predator 2 Stealth one had one of the skulls, and that's actually kind of hard to find. You actually have to pay a decent amount for it. There was also speculation they were going to release a version that came with all the skulls, which apparently they didn't do. I don't know if they're going to in the future, because to the best of my knowledge, the trophy case is actually limited to 5,000 pieces. Now, fortunately for a lot of people, they released a pack of just all of the skulls, and to the best of my knowledge, it is still available on Amazon. I think it was only going to be sold on Amazon and eBay. And with that, I actually did buy it because I wanted the extra skulls, and also I wanted to get that skull that I needed for the stealth one. Yes, I plan on eventually getting it, but I wanted these extra ones. Also because if you just got the figures that had the skulls, one of those, the skulls with the spinal cord, was the bloody one, which didn't make any sense because he actually cleaned all of his skulls, you know, and buffed them up and all that, which that's going to turn into a complaint later. But one unfortunate thing about the pack, the skull pack, is that it comes with two regular skulls without spinal cords, and then the two with spinal cords, you get a clean one and a bloody one, which to me doesn't make any sense. And also, by the way, that's another reason I bought the pack, because I could either get the two-pack it came with, which was the Predator 2, I believe it was the masked one, and the partially stealth, or like the tree camouflage Berserker Predator. And instead of paying that, I just said, why not just pay less and get more skulls so I can get the clean, so I'd have two clean skulls and spinal cord. But anyway, it doesn't make any sense to have that. And in the pack, it came with two regular skulls and then the two skulls with spines, which to me doesn't make a lot of sense, because you can only have the one skull without the spinal cord on there anyway. Why not just have a bloody skull and then one regular skull and then two, you know, skulls with spinal cords that are clean? But, you know, whatever. I don't know why they did that. I really have no idea. But the good thing about that having two of the regular skulls, I really want to get, for my Predator 1 collection, I want to have him have all the skulls, or at least one of them, have all the skulls of the team, minus Dutch, obviously. And since I have a bloody one, I'm making him hold one, and then I'm going to have the rest of the skulls from the team. So, since I went ahead and bought two of the Water Emergence Predators, that gave me two skulls, and then I have one with the pack, and then I'm going to get two more, because I'm going to buy a second pack. So anyway, but anyway, you know, I'm really glad they released this, and it's very expensive. I think it's like $60 or $70, but man, that thing is so worth it. It's very heavy, it's very cool, very detailed. So, without further ado, I apologize if I kind of just went on for a while, but I'm going to go ahead and I'll first show the box, because the box is very nice. In fact, I'm going to keep it just like I have all the packages. I don't know why. And then I'm going to go ahead and go to the case. So, let's get down to it. So anyway, this is the box, and yes, I'm in the basement, and this is the laundry area, and unfortunately there's a Hello Kitty curtain there, but oh well. So this is the box, and it shows the trophy case in its entirety. It's really nice. Now, this is the stuff I was talking about at the side, like where they kind of made clay walls, and I eventually want to do that because it looks really cool, and it just seems like it fits really well. And then if you look at the sides, like here's a nice shot. I think that is the baby boar predator from the Lost Clan, and top's another shot, has a couple of the Lost Clan's baby boar and ram. Here's the other side, baby boar and ram again with the complete trophy case, then ram with the T-Rex skull, some people call it, even though it's not a T-Rex. Yes, it's kind of alien. This is what you get in the box. You get the one skull that is exclusive to this. if you guys can read that, you can go ahead and pause it and read it if you want. Yep, like I said, limited to 5,000 pieces. Bottom is nothing. So anyway, let's go ahead and show the wall itself. So here's the trophy case. Like I said, this thing is heavy. I think it's actually made out of resin. It's very nice. Really detailed. Some of the paint, it does look like it's kind of worn. There's like some letters kind of thrown in here, which is really cool. That's a nice effect. And I think like the kind of worn paint actually does give it like a really awesome feel. And like I said, some people have actually taken the two Predator skulls that they have and just kind of put them on this ledge. I don't do that because I'm all about accuracy. That's just my thing. And like I said, that's why I got that pack. Well, that's one of the reasons I got it. I wanted this guy here, and then this has the clean skull. And you know, I do really think that's unfortunate that they didn't do that. But, you know, it's not really a big deal. Now, like I said, this is the skull that came with it. A lot of people have said that it's softer plastic, and it actually is. Like, these kind of have, like, a harder feel. This is definitely a softer plastic. That's not to say it's, like, rubbery or anything along those lines, but it is softer. And, I mean, it's still really cool. Unfortunately, the jaw isn't hinged like some of the other ones. Actually, no. There's only one that's hinged. That's my fault. Now, there's one big thing, well, two big things, I should say, that I don't like about this. Number one, I hate the aging or weathering that they put on all these skulls. Now, this one, I've seen cleaner versions. I think maybe I just got one that's way more weathered than the others. And if I do get when I do get the second pack, if I get one that's less weathered, I'm definitely going to throw that on here. But I don't like that because it just makes it look too old. And I understand like they're trying to go for like the more shadow, shaded look, but you know, to me, I don't like that. The other thing, because all of these skulls, they're like some of them are held in very well. Like this one kind of just slides in. They're held in pretty well. This one, and this one are probably held the best. Actually, that one's not the best, but these two are definitely good. But like these have little clips, but you have to basically position them perfectly to get them to stay. This skull right here basically just flops around because unlike the movie where he shoved it into a spike through the back of the skull, this one has a hole where the spinal cord would go, and you basically have to mess with it until you get it just perfect, and you better not move that because it's going to come out of place. The one thing, actually I'll get onto that in a second. Since the alien skull didn't have provisions, like they didn't know they were going to make the trophy case, they kind of fashioned out of two claws the holder for that, and it kind of goes on just like that, and it's just kind of held on there. It's not bad though. You know, it does look like it does in the movie. It's away from the wall, which is always nice. But the one thing that really pisses me off is this skull here. It doesn't hold in. You basically, I took a piece of plasti tack and shoved it in there so that it would actually go into the holder. Because what happened was I got it on there because they actually made a hole for it. It's not like they just took an existing hole like, okay, I guess that would work. No, there actually is a hole for a peg on the side. It doesn't fit. It's way too small. And believe me, I got the right pegs and all that. I didn't mess up anywhere. Everyone has this problem. But you kind of have to just like lean it up against this wall. But what happened is I would come down to the basement every day and this thing would just be on the ground. So I shoved a piece of plasti tack in there to hold it on because it just kept bothering. I'm like, why is this thing falling? You know, they should have done a better job of that. Because like I said, they actually did put the provisions for the peg in there. But, you know, that's just a minor gripe. Like I said, you can easily fix that. Just put a piece of plasti tack in there. I guess you could even possibly put like some tape around the peg itself to kind of expand it some and then shove it in there. But I kind of didn't want to do that. The plasti tack seemed like it'd be less invasive. Another thing people have said, like that these walls, they're not straight. They actually come out at an angle. I don't think that's bad. I think it kind of gives like a forced perspective look. But yeah, overall, I mean, this thing is great. I mean, it looks amazing. It's really well made. Like, this isn't just like a hollow piece of plastic. I mean, that's, you know, pretty solid. They did a great job with the weathering. It really does look amazing. And I recommend this to anyone who really has a nice Predator collection. Even if you don't have all the Lost Clan ones, you just have a few. I still recommend this because it's a really awesome piece. And it's something we've been waiting for like a decade and a half. So, closer to 2 decades, I think. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoy this little review. Like I said, I'll come back. If anyone has requests for certain ones, like I said, I don't have all of them. I am missing 3, but still I have quite a few. So if someone's like wanting a review of, certain one, I think I'm going to show like one of my custom Predators that I did, which is the Water Emergence one in like green camouflage. I just kind of painted it in clear green. It actually looks pretty decent. It doesn't look great. It looks like a custom. But anyway, so until next video, this is a Bad 5 on the StonedDestroyer channel. So have a good one, guys.